Okay guys, we're doing a clutch on our GTI, and before we get into it, I'm gonna give you guys a couple tips. One tip is, guys, notice the tools. Everything is organized. You don't want to be all over the place looking for tools, wasting your time. Keep your tools in place, organized, and that's gonna save you a lot of time. Another thing, guys, keep your parts, as you remove your parts, keep them in order. See? Okay, whatever you remove first goes in last. You follow reverse order. Okay, so I did all that. I did the starter, all that. Then I came here, I did the frame with the rack, and then I did the module, the differential lock control module, and the differential lock itself. I did that bracket, and then we'll do the tranny. Okay, so let's follow that, guys. So first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna put the tranny in, and then you're gonna start reverse order. And then you're gonna start from the back here. Okay. Okay. Reverse order. That's it. Okay, guys, I got a 19 GTI. I'm gonna be doing a clutch kit. It's gonna be a high performance clutch kit. I don't have it yet, so I can't show it to you yet, but I'm gonna show you the procedure on how to do a clutch on a 19 GTI. Okay, so the first thing is you're gonna go in the car and you're gonna disconnect the rack, okay, from the steering wheel, because you're gonna be dropping the rack with the frame, okay, for better access. That's how the way I do it, okay, at least. Okay, take this off. You take this off right here. Then you gotta get to the 30mm that is connected from the rack to the steering. Okay. Okay, right there. Let's loop the rack. Okay, we'll move it. Then you get there's a 13mm bolt there. Let's loosen it. This bolt, guys, this is what I'm talking about. There's a 13mm bolt there from the rack to the steering, okay? To the steering column, okay? Okay, that should be loose. Don't forget to lube it like I did, guys. Okay, 13mm bolt with a long extension. You should be able to get it. Then you pop the column off from the rack using a pry bar. There, okay. I gotta rack this guy. Okay, guys. Next, I'm gonna disconnect the battery. Got two 10mm. Let's go ahead and do the ground first, then the positive. Be careful, you got the ECM right here, guys. If you do this guy, the positive, with a ratchet, and you touch the ECM here, you're gonna fry the ECM. So let's go ahead and do the negative first, guys. Don't forget, negative first. And that's the last one we're gonna connect also, okay? So battery with the two 10mm. 1, 2. Let's get this guy off with the clamp pliers. Then with the T20, let's get these guys. Okay, these guys, air box. Actually, guys, not. Let's disconnect the air box from here. You yank it right off. Okay, let's get the whole thing off. Okay, just gotta push here. Get this guy off. This hose comes right off. Okay, this hose right here. This pull up. Okay, and we gotta get him, these guys, and then we're gonna pull it from. At times you're gonna have to maybe loop this a little bit, and you should pop the whole box. This one, let me see. See, came right off. Okay. So with a T20. We're gonna get this guy, and then we'll do him and him, okay? Okay, now the both posts are disconnected, both negative and positive. Let's go ahead and yank this harness off from here. See that? From here, and this one from here. Now with a 13, let's go ahead and get a battery bracket. Okay, put this in there. Okay, we lift the battery. Now let's go ahead and remove the battery tray. You got one 10 there, one here, and one 10mm nut here, okay? Okay, now let's go ahead and remove the starter connector here. Pull the top back here. See? This lock right here. Pull it back. Squeeze it. Comes right off. This thing gotta be back. This thing is a pain in the neck. See this thing? Pops off of this guy. Back a little bit. So we got a 13mm here nut for the ground cable, and the positive connection to the from the battery to the starter here. Another 13mm. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna remove him with a 13, this guy with a 13. Then I'm gonna get to the guy behind it with an 18mm, and then I'm gonna unplug this guy for the reverse signal. Okay, and then I'm gonna get this guy off for the slave cylinder. Just pop this thing off, up, and this slices right this way. Okay, and then I'm gonna get this guy. This can come right off. See, like that. See? Pop it up. See that? Lift it up here and slide out. Okay. Okay. See that? Okay. Put it right here. This pops right off. See that, guys? This pops right off. Now this comes right off too. Then you see this 13mm, you got 1, 2, and 3 here. Okay? But beside that, let's get the rack ready to come down, because I'm gonna remove the rack for this. So let's get these guys off. Got this for the rack. Okay, these two connections here. Okay, let's unplug this guy here. Okay, be careful, this stupid clips there. So, there you go. Snap it off. Unplug it. This for the rack. This is the electrical harness for the rack. Okay, now you gotta open this guy up. Right here, you can see this is for the rack here. Okay, so let me pop this guy off by pulling this guy back. See that the top there, and this plate comes right up. Then follow him. It's gonna be one of these connections here. Okay. Okay, and then we'll move on to the next one. So you see him right here. He was in this position. Right? I mean, you don't have to mark it. I mean, there's no way to put it. It's only gonna fit here. The only empty spot. So now let's get that ground off. Let's get the ground right here with a 10. Step by step, guys. You're gonna be able to do it by yourself if you follow the video. See, make sure you put the harness where it doesn't get hooked up with anything. Because I'm gonna drop the rack, that's why. And the harness goes to the rack because this is a mechanical electrical rack companion. Okay, so this electrical, like it doesn't carry fluid, none of that. All right, now I'm gonna get to the starter. 13, like I mentioned, 18 in the back. Okay, this harness, this 13, and then we're gonna keep on. Okay guys, to this point, if you got a starter bolt disconnected with the 18 millimeter, then you got the slave disconnected, which is this guy. Notice how I found a piece of another slave and just put it in there. So guys, I don't want brake fluid leaking in my face. So see the clip here, you pull it up and you snap it out from this guy. Okay, you see I found a piece like this from an old slave and just tuck it in the line there so I don't get brake fluid leaking all over my place. If you don't have it, if you don't got a piece like this, don't worry about it. It'll leak anyway sometimes. And let me unplug this before I forget. The reverse light plug right here, it goes here. Okay, now you got the 13 millimeter disconnected from the starter. You got him off. This bracket here, don't forget. This bracket right here for the harness. It hooks right into the starter bracket, which when I leave the car up, I'm gonna remove this bracket right here. Okay, so you got that off. You got the shifter cable off with a 213 here, one there, and then a nut this way. Okay, holding this right here. This is 13 right here, the stud right here. It had a 13 millimeter nut, so I removed it. You got the harness for the rack down there. Guys, notice the positive cable to the starter from the battery. I marked it. I mean, I want you to guys the different to make sure you don't connect the ground and the positive in the wrong side. So that's your ground, and this is the yellow mark going to the other yellow mark to the starter. Okay, right there. Okay guys, right now if you have it like this, you're doing good. If you look like this, you're doing good. Okay, notice how I use a bungee cord here. Just get these guys out of my way. Okay, so now I'm gonna raise the car up and get the starter off from underneath. Okay, so now I don't have to worry about the rack because it's already disconnected. Now I cook them up, remove the wheels, and I don't have to worry about. Now maybe sometime you can open the door to get to the rack because we already did that. That's the first thing we did, remove the rack from the steering column. Okay, so I'm gonna go up and remove the wheels. Okay, wheels are off. Now let's get this half a panel right here, the well. T20 here, one here, one there. Then over here you got this guy, you got this guy. Then you gotta get the shield with T20s around, all around. 1, 2, 3, and then 3 more on this side. Okay, that will be our next step. It's missing one screw here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's take those panels off. Okay, you got the bottom shield off and this other well here off. Now you're gonna get to this 13. Remember that bracket I mentioned this bracket. Now you're gonna be able to remove it from here, 13, and then the one behind holding the starter is at 18. And that, be careful, that's gonna get you the starter removed. Okay, because I already got the top one off. Okay, I got the 13 off. So this bracket, you can just bring it down if you want. It might bother you there in the way. So this bracket, now you got 18 here to the starter. Okay, see the starter's already loose. So I gotta let go of the camera, guys. My wife says she's gonna give me a camera for my birthday. That's in September. So for now, I don't know. I might have to buy like something to hold the phone or something. All right. So anyway, let's get back to work. Okay. Guys, before you get into removing the bolts from the subframe and all that, let's mark the frame like this. See, like I did there, so you don't lose your wheel alignment. Okay, so mark that one there, then you come here, mark that one in the back. You can move the shield back, just a shield. Okay, and do the same thing here. See that? So you will put the frame in the same spot, so you don't lose a wheel alignment. Okay, same thing there. See that? Okay, before we get into dropping the frame. Okay, let's do that. Okay guys, the starter is out, so now let's get ready to remove the frame with the rack. Okay, you know that rack is disconnected from the inside already, from the column, and the harness is already here to go. See that? The harness, remember? Okay, now let's get these 360mm nuts here, 18mm nut here for the link. Okay, now let's get a level sensor here with a 10. This 10 will remove the level sensor, and just actually, let me see, yeah, and disconnect the harness here to the level sensor so you don't break it. Don't forget, disconnect him here, and I believe we could bring the sensor down with the subframe. Yeah, so it's connected there with a 10, and here with a 10, and I think we could leave it there. You just unplug them, plug them from here, and then you're gonna get him out, 18 here. Okay, get these two guys out, the 16s here, 18 here, get the bracket off, 213 holding the exhaust, the cap, 1 and 2 13s, 18 here, another 2 16s here, same thing. Let's see, there you got this 18 here, and same thing guys, another level sensor here, so unplug it from here. Okay, and that's it, and it comes down with a subframe, with a frame. Okay, tie rod in, that's 18 here, 18 and 16s here. So basically the same thing we do on the left side, we're gonna do it on the right side. Okay, and don't forget the 18mm nut here for the link. Okay, unplug the level sensor here for the oil pan. Let me see. Let's get him disconnected from here. Okay, that's for your, this box here, this actuator, it's a module. Anyway, unplug this guy from here, him, and get him from here. Okay, that should get you ready to bring down the frame. And of course, you're gonna need this guy, safety, floor jack. Okay, and of course guys, let's get the bone here for the holding the from the tranny to the frame. Okay, let's get these guys. I believe they look like 16mm right here. Okay guys, so before you drop, let's do this together. So we got these guys disconnected at 13mm here from the control arm. We got the link off, we got the connector off for the level sensors right here. Okay, we marked the frame, we got these guys off. Let's go over it. We got him out, we got this guy out, bracket. Guys, notice how I put it, so it goes back the same way. Okay, same thing for that other side. Okay, that way you don't pull bolts in the wrong spot. Okay, same thing here. Okay, I gotta do the tie rod ends now before I forget. Tie rod ends here. Okay guys, the nut for the tie rod ends, my fault, I said 18, it was a 21mm. Okay, tie rod end here, and the other one on the other side. Okay, you could take out the nut and then tap it here with a hammer. Just be careful, don't damage it too much. If not, you could use the popper. There's a popper for the tie rod end, that'll pop it right off. But hey, just tap it here nice and solid with a hammer, you should be fine. So now I think we should be fine to drop it. Let me see. You want to go easy, and you want to go watch everything and snap this thing off from here. Okay, we should be fine now. She's coming. So I gotta be careful, guys. I'm a little crooked here, okay. Straighten this thing up. It's a little crooked. Guys, follow me step by step. You're not gonna break anything. Notice here, sometimes this thing will spin together with a dot, with a bolt here. So gently, guys, you could hold the back of the tie rod end with a vice grip, not too tight. You don't want to break the boot on the link, okay? So nice and easy, not too tight, okay? See, nice and, see that? Nothing broke. Now let's just keep going. See, guys? Nice and easy, okay? Now I'm gonna place the rack here on my little cart. Guys, this is handy, like to do an engine. Look at this guy. Little table, every wheel spinning. Every wheel is a swivel wheel. Got the wheels from Home Depot. I got the wood from Home Depot. This is the setup. Usually the tranny goes on this side. If you do like an engine and tranny together, engine goes on this side, tranny on that side. So if you want to take a look at that, and maybe in the future you want to make one, like at the dealer, people used to take pictures and videos and then make one for them, because they used to borrow it from me a lot. So I'm like, why don't you guys make your own one? I mean, I spent like $150 making this table, okay? Anyway, so I got the rack off, I got it out. Okay, now I'm gonna remove this. I think those are 10 triple squares. Guys, the shaft, you're only gonna remove them from the tranny. And from here, from the tranny, okay? I believe those are 10 triple squares, okay? Okay, guys, like I mentioned before, see the drive shaft, both of them? I only remove them from the tranny. 10 triple square. Then I put them to the side. When you go back, guys, notice the link goes in the front, okay? Like that. The link goes in the front, okay? Okay, same thing for this side. Now you're gonna disconnect you're gonna remove this differential lock control module, J647. Okay, it goes here on the side, J647, and then you're gonna get to the differential lock, which is this guy. That's the differential lock control module. Okay, you gotta use this setup here. See, I got an 8 with a little adapter for the 1/4 inch ratchet and a 1/4 inch extension. See, because if you put a thick extension, it won't let you go through the particular filter. So 8mm Allen here and one here. Get that bracket off. Okay, and then differential lock, it has four 60mm. You got 1, 2, 3, and one on the other side. Okay, that's why I gotta get this thing off so I can get to that last 60mm on the top. And I might have to take the hub out, this thing. Okay, lastly, I'll let you guys know if I had to take this guy out, the 6mm Allen, guys, you need a special tool. If I do have to take that center bolt out, you need this long 6mm Allen socket. Okay, so let me start with this bracket right here. Okay. Yeah, guys, so after removing the 460mm bolts there from the differential lock, yeah, you do have to remove the center 6mm bolt inside the hub there. So this is a setup I use. I put 2 of them bolts here, hold this here with a pry bar, and then with a 1/2 inch ratchet loosen the bolt, the Allen bolt inside there, okay? So yeah, I use this long 6mm. It's not out yet. See? I think it's coming out now. See that, guys? So I gotta let go the phone, guys, and then slide this guy out, the differential lock. Okay, so notice the setup I use. Okay, adapter from the 3/8 to the 1/2 inch, and that's that. Okay, hold it here with a pry bar. Put your pry bar here, and at the same time loosen this guy, crack it loose. Okay, and there you have it, guys. The 4/16s, and then this guy in the middle here Comes right out, okay? Don't have to put pry bars, nothing, okay? No scratches, see that? Nice and clean work. Okay guys, since we already got the car up in the air, first thing, let's remove this 16 here. So we got 1, 2, 3. Now the one here, don't touch it. He's the last guy we want to do, okay? He's an 18. These guys are 16 millimeter. You usually use an 8, there you go. I recommend you use a 16 millimeter socket, okay? And then we're gonna drop the car, put the bar on the top so we don't drop the engine on the floor. You don't want to do that. And then we'll keep going, okay? So let's go 1, 2, 3, and leave him there. Don't touch him. He's the last guy to remove. Him we're gonna remove when we just gonna remove the tranny from the engine, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, got him out. Him out, he's out. Not him. Okay, place them like that so you can put them in order. Left, start from the left side. Okay, now let's drop the car. Bring the car down. Okay, now let's remove this guy, 18, and this guy with a deep 18 here. Okay, let's do those two and then we'll keep going, okay? Okay guys, now comes the safety part. I gotta use this bar because I'm gonna drop the tranny, and you need to keep the engine on top on the car. all you're doing is the tranny, all right? So I gotta make sure the engine stays. So I'm doing this bar here, which we have at the shop. Put a chain here, that's going nowhere. I gotta get these 3 guys here, 18 millimeters, and then 3 more 18. 1, 2, 3. Get that bottom bracket off. Okay, and then, well, before that, guys, see, I put a jack stand underneath so I don't stress the bolts. You don't want to like stretch the bolts or pull the stress of the bolts. Okay, then I'm gonna lower this guy enough, lower the tranny enough so it could clear the frame here. See that? The tranny will not slide out because the frame is there, so we gotta lower the tranny to a point that it clears this guy here, the frame. Okay, so let's go ahead. We got the engine secure. Now let's go ahead and do these 18s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, guys, till now, if you're doing it this way, I think you're doing good. Let's just keep going. Guys, before I remove those bolts, guys, notice how I mark the bolts. I just like stuff to go back the same way, you know what I'm saying? I don't want the car like pulling and doing crazy stuff. So I mark as much as I can, okay? So marking the bolts, put them back the same, in the same position. Another thing, guys, place a rag. You gotta care for the customers. Place a rag here so you don't scratch the car, okay? See that? You don't want scratching the car. You don't want the customer saying that you scratch his car. That's not a good scene. So let's keep going. Hey guys, quick reminder, notice you might hear like a hissing noise. That means the engine is too low, and you might the pipe to the brake booster from the pump might be coming off a little bit. Just unplug it like I did here. That way we don't break anything, guys. Nothing is broken, okay? So now it's time to remove that 18 millimeter bolt at the bottom. Remember the last one we're gonna do, and that's that. This is secure, safe. So now time to bring the car up and get the tranny out of the car. Okay guys, as you can see, I got the jack on the tranny. This is the last bolt that I mentioned before. That's the last one I'm gonna do. So guys, to do a tranny, you shouldn't be sweating, okay? Look, I'm not sweating. You should be doing it by yourself. I don't see why you need 3 people like I see in other dealer, 3 people doing the tranny. I'm doing it by myself, recording at the same time. I'm gonna get him out and then do the, with no sweat, no resistance, I'm gonna drop the tranny. That already, I could see already, it already popped out of the engine. See that? Okay. See that, guys? Nice and easy, not sweating still. Okay, guys, look, it's basically out. Okay, out of the car, guys. See if I could drop it for you guys so you guys could see everything. Let me see if I could appreciate it the way I do it. Guys, like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. See that? No sweat, guys. See? You guys see me sweating? No sweat. Okay, she's coming right down. Okay. Okay, guys, now let's get the pressure plate out of the car and all that. Pressure plate is 9 millimeter here, 12 point, like this. 12.9 millimeter spline. I mean, this is a 9 millimeter socket. Okay, there's 6 of them. Get them up. Now, guys, when you do the last one, you might need somebody to help you carry the pressure plate so it doesn't drop on your feet. Okay, be careful there. Okay, guys, I got the pressure plate out and the disc, and this is the time to check if any oil leak. If it's leaking oil from the rear main seal, this is the time to replace the rear main seal. At this point, this is dry. I'm not touching it, but the flywheel has a little play, guys. A little too much play. See? So I'm gonna see. I don't know what the customer's budget is, but if they could afford the flywheel, I would recommend to change it. See, from the heat spots, I'll do that. Okay, and that's that, guys. So right now I'm just waiting for the parts. Okay. Okay, guys, so you see the pressure plate. I mean, the flywheel does have a lot of play. I mean, we ended up having a used one. I have a used one, so this one doesn't have a lot of play. It's the same part number and all that. Okay, you see the 295. I'm gonna mark it, and then you see the 295 here. I'm gonna mark it with a crankshaft here. Okay, so I place the flywheel in the same position. So, guys, I'm gonna do the flywheel, a clutch. I mean, I gotta do this Sarge performance disc, Sarge performance pressure plate. This is all high performance. I got a new one. You gotta do the disc, the pressure plate. You do the slave cylinder, and in this case, we're doing the flywheel. Okay, so that's all it takes. So you need a flywheel, which we already have. We got the slave cylinder with the bearing. It comes with a bearing. And then you got the new disc and the new pressure plate. Okay, remove the old one with a 12 millimeter trooper square. These guys, they're 12 millimeters. You get one of these guys, trooper square. Okay. And notice how I marked the bolt there, where the bolt's gonna go, what that 295 number is, which is here. Guys, that way you don't go crazy. Okay, so I already marked this one. See where the 295 is, so I put it in the same position. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Torque it. I gotta find the torque specs for this guy, and then put the flywheel back in. New bolts, guys. Make sure you replace these bolts here with new ones. Okay, do that, and then do the slave cylinder and all that. Put the pressure plate, put the disc, and slam that tranny back in there. Alright, when you're watching the tranny, stand on the side here. If you go here, guess what, guys? All the dust gonna go in your face. Okay, guys, the slave cylinder right here. If it's plastic like this one, tighten it to 15 Newton meters. If it's a metal one, you gotta tighten it 12 Newton meters. So in this case, I got plastic. It's gonna be 15 Newton meters. Okay, and the bolts are 9 millimeter bolts. Okay, there's 3 of them. So torque, in this case, this is plastic. It's gonna be 15 Newton meters. Okay, then the flywheel here is gonna be 60 Newton meters plus 90 degrees, I believe. Let me see, 60 Newton meters. Yeah, 60 Newton meters plus 90 degrees on the flywheel. Okay. Okay guys, you see the flywheel tool. This one I had in my toolbox, and this one the shop had. So you gotta lock the wheel, the flywheel. I did 60 plus 90 on the flywheel. Now I gotta put the clutch, disc, and pressure plate. Pressure plate, you gotta torque it to 20 Newton meters. Okay. Yeah, very important. Notice the position of the clutch disc. It says there gear backside, so it's gonna go like this. Okay, like that, guys. See, gear backside. Okay, toward the tranny. So the other way is gonna go like this. Okay, so you put it like this, toward the tranny. Okay, very important. These are 9 Newton meter bolts. I mean 9 mm bolts, and we're gonna torque them to 20 Newton meters. Okay. Okay, these 9 mm bolts torque to 20 Newton meters, and you see the alignment tool. It usually comes with a clutch cable. In this case, it didn't, but I have one. So now it's time to remove it. And guess what, guys? I'm gonna put some grease here and put the tranny back in. Okay, guys, this is the way I do it, and I do it myself. You see the spindle here, this thing here, where it lines up with the hole there, where the tranny goes. And there's another one on the other side, right here. Once you have it kind of lined up, guys, all you got to do it with two hands. Grab the tranny here on the side, lift and push. Okay, like that, guys. Look, lift and push. See, right in with one hand, guys. No sweating. Look, I'm not sweating, guys. I say it's in, guys. You saw that, right? With one hand, I was able to push it right in. Once it's lined up, then you could just grab it from the back like I did from here, lift and push in, and with a little wiggle at the same time, tiny wiggle. Okay, that's that. It's in. It's in, guys. Time to put those bolts in. That's why I always got these bolts handy. Remember that one we took last? Have it handy. See how it goes right in without a fight. And that's that, guys. Then I'm gonna put the 2 16s here. Remember, 1, 2, and 3, which are these guys. I'm gonna hit it with the air gun, okay? Okay, guys, now place the jack stand back on the tranny like that. Okay, bring the lift down, and then let's put this bracket with the 4 16 mm. These guys, I mean 18. Those are 18, 3 18s. Okay, and then we're gonna bolt these 3 guys here to the tranny mount here. Okay, then we're gonna put a 18 here again, 18 here, and the one on the other side. Okay, here, one here. Okay. Okay, this one goes on the right side here, and this one goes on the left side here. Okay. So okay, guys, I brought the car down, and I did 18s here in the bracket. I did 18 on the tranny here, and one with the long studs here. I did a tranny mechanism cables. Okay, 13. Tighten them up, guys, but don't break them. Make sure they tight, but don't break them. This guy snaps in, snaps right in. This one goes down. Don't forget the C clip there. Okay, and then I just snapped the line for the brake fluid line going to the slave cylinder. We're gonna bleed it later on. We're gonna get to that in a minute. And connect the reverse line connector here for the reverse signal. Notice how I place the starter there, but it's not tight yet. Okay, just place the 18 here, but don't tighten up the starter yet, because we got to put that second bolt from underneath. And if you tighten it, you might not be able to slide this guy in. So just like this. Okay, the power wire going to the starter, yes, that one you're gonna tighten and put the cover back in and plug in the starter. Okay, and to this point, if you're doing it this way, you're doing good. Okay, if you guys still there, let's keep on going. Okay, so I'm gonna bring the car back up. Okay. Okay guys, I brought the car up, I put the starter in, and I put the 18 long bolt here. Oh, it's already tight. Then I slide the bracket over with the 13. It's also tight for the harness here. Okay, don't forget that all the bolt on the top for the starter is still loose, so when you bring the car down, make sure you tighten that. Make a note, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and put the left side drive shaft, but not the right side. Okay, the left side, tighten it up with a 10 triple square, and you're gonna do the differential lock, this guy right here. And because that right side drive shaft gets bolted to this hub right here, so we need this guy in. So left side shaft, and then the differential lock gonna go right in here, okay? And then you're gonna do this guy, okay? Guys, quick note before you do the shaft on the left side. Notice how the hub here is giving me problems, so I had to place a screw jack here to line up the shaft with the hub here. I wonder, guys, maybe you should try maybe with a tranny still low before putting the mount on the top here. Maybe try doing the shaft before the mount here, okay? But anyway, I already got everything kind of in, that mount is in, so I got no choice. So with a screw jack, I could see that I could straighten that hub in, and then see now it's going in nice and straight. Okay, be careful there, guys. Make sure this bolt goes in by hand. Okay, you don't want to strip anything. But if you like to change anything, I will put the shaft before I mount the tranny bracket on the top. Okay, no, too late for me now. Okay guys, I got the drive shaft in. Okay, notice that the link is in the front of the shaft like this. Okay, this guy, place them in there, the differential lock. And when you get to this point here, be careful guys, because it might start pushing this hub out and you're gonna leak oil. Okay, so if that happens, snap this guy back in and put a 6mm in the center and tighten it with that long 6. Remember, with a long 6. Okay, and hold it here with a pry bar. Okay, and then guys, let's put the shield back in this guy. Once you tighten all these guys up, all these 16mm, I'm driving them slowly, one at a time, little by little. Okay, so everything goes in straight and this thing will be driven in. Okay, and then don't forget the differential lock control module. Okay, with 2 pins here. And then you do your shaft, and notice the link is in the front like I showed you. Okay, like that. Okay, and then we're gonna get this guy up there, almost there guys. If you're following me, if you're still there and you're doing it like this, and so far you just doing how I'm doing, then you should be just fine guys. Okay guys, a quick note, see that the bracket here, notice that. Let's do the top before you tighten this guy up, because if you're all the way up, you're gonna have issue putting the socket in. In the meantime, you could just do it here, and then you worry about taking the socket out. But at least you can get it done now. See that? I know this socket will not fit through here, but you could take it out from here, from the front, and then get the bottom. Okay, let's keep going. Okay guys, let's see if you guys are ready to put a rack and pinion and frame back in. Let's make sure we all good. So shaft is in, shaft differential lock, differential control module is in. That center bolt is loose, is tight. Tight, bracket is tight. This shaft is done. This shaft went in easier. It went in easier than this one. This one, the one I had to put a screw jack here, remember? Okay guys, if you guys look like this, then you guys are ready. Who's not ready? Okay, time for the frame guys and the rack. Guys, a little tip, okay, make sure before you go all the way up, get these guys partially in, the control arms, the 60mm nuts here, get them partially in. You don't have to tighten them up because they could be a pain in the neck later on. So let's get them in, let's get them partially in now. Okay, see, not tighten, just partially in. Now I could just go ahead and keep going up. Okay, Okay guys, I'm going back up and notice, remember the harness for the rack electronics, the rack and pin. Okay, so this for the rack module, make sure you kind of tuck the harness now up there. So you go back up, you don't tangle anything, nothing breaks. I mean, nothing breaks. Okay, go a little more. You guys, it's not hard job. If you follow me guys to the tip, you guys gonna get this job done and without breaking anything or limiting mistakes. See, the harness is up there, so now I'm not worried about it. See that harness already tucked in. Look at this guy up a little more. See, okay, and that's it guys. Get those bolts in, get the tie rod in. Don't forget the links here, I mean the control arms here. Get the links. Don't forget to plug these guys in. Okay, this car has level sensors, so don't forget those. Okay, watch as you go guys, go slowly. Okay, this guy, get these guys, get everything done guys. We're gonna do it together. We're gonna double check everything. Once I get it up there and everything tight, I'll go over it with you and make sure you guys have it the same way. Okay, make sure this guy clears. Okay guys, let's double check the work. Left side here, make sure your tie rod end is tight, right? Your lower control arm is tight, right? Your link here is tight, 18 millimeter, 16 millimeters. Okay, make sure your level sensor is connected. Okay, what else? Frame, make sure the frame, see, just follow the yellow mark, put it in the same spot. Okay, your 18 here in the back for this bracket. Okay, your 16 for the little bracket here. Okay, your 13 here for your catalytic converter right here. Okay, tight. Your Chinese mount, bone, whatever you call it, 60 millimeters of tight. Module connected for the steering, I mean for the differential lock. Harness all in place, all your pan, level sensor. Okay, all your level, everything. Same thing on this side, tight. Follow your yellow marks, put the frame back in the same place. Level sensors connector. Done. 18s here, tight. 18 for your link here is tight. Guys, if you look like this, let's go ahead and drop it and put the wheels back on, okay? Double checking. Right? I'm gonna lower midway and do the wheels and then finish on top, okay? Okay guys, I'm up here and right now I'm gonna go ahead, if I gotta bleed a slave cylinder for the clutch unit. But first guys, let's go ahead and put the electronics for the rack. We could button that up. Let's not forget to tighten this guy, 18, okay? Then once you tighten that guy, the 18 there, you're gonna put your ground there, okay? And tighten the 13 millimeter nut that goes over it. And that's it. Before we put the battery and battery tray, let's bleed this guy, okay? I'm gonna show you how we do it. And so let's go ahead and do that. Okay guys, let's double check our work. So I got the power wire from the rack into the fuse panel. Okay, you torque it to 9 millimeter if you want. Place the cover back on. Notice the ground here, the body. Okay, notice the routing procedure. See that in the back. Okay, the connectors here. Everything well placed. See, everything placed properly. Nice. Secure the harness here. Okay. And What else? Okay. Starter is tight. The 18 millimeter is tight. Ground is done tight. Notice the routing of the ground with the back. Okay. This thing we can just hook it. See, guys? Nice. Everything nice. Okay, guys, and now it's time to connect the rack to the column with a 13 millimeter. Okay, guys, it only goes one way, so there's no way you're gonna put that rack wrong into the column. So then put your 13, nice and easy. It should go right in. Just make sure you are in the right position. Okay, and you see, I mean, you didn't move anything. You kept the steering wheel in the same position. You should be fine. And if not, you see I don't know if you can see it, but see there, right there, there's a groove there on the rack. That's where the bolt goes. This bolt goes through there. Okay, so let's go ahead and snap it in there. I'm gonna have to let the phone go. Let's see. Give me a sec. I gotta let the phone go. Okay, guys, guess what, guys? This thing has it's a manual with a freaking start button. The column lock has no power, so I'm not lined up there. So I'm gonna have to throw the battery in there so I could get briefly power. I need power briefly, and then I'll take the battery back out. I'm just gonna take the battery, throw the battery in there, and get some power. See, guys, I threw the battery in there just so I could get some power, and then I should be able to turn the steering wheel. Turn the key on. Okay. See, now I got power. Now I could turn it and position the guy down there. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. Okay. He went right in. Yeah, right in, guys. I have to put the bolt in. Okay, guys, now it's time to bleed the master cylinder. See how it stays down? Normal. That's because it has air in the system, because we open the slave cylinder, so we open the line so you have air. So I'm gonna pump it a couple times. Guys, two ways. I got a bleeder that's gonna pump it, like put pressure throughout the system for me, or you could have a guy here doing it by hand until you have a pedal, okay? And then he could use his leg if he wants to, but I'm gonna use our bleeder machine for now. So I'm gonna leave it in this position right here, okay? So not like that. Bring it up and put the bleeder on and open the bleeder on the slave cylinder. I'll show you in a minute. I'm gonna be using this guy, so he's gonna act like a guy pumping it for me. So instead of having a guy in there pumping, I'm gonna use this guy. I'm gonna connect it to the reservoir here, and then I'm gonna open this guy until no more air comes out of here, okay? And then once I get no air, if the pedal doesn't feel good, I'm gonna ask somebody, because now you're gonna have a pedal. You could have somebody kicking in there. So if I don't like the way it feels, I get one of the kids to pump it for me manually, and then I'm gonna open it here and make sure there's no air. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, see, guys, I'm doing 1.5 bars connected there. So now I'm gonna remove the cap, place my 9 millimeter in there. Guys, let's crack it open and see what happens. Guys, watch your face. Don't want no brake fluid. Oh, place something underneath the car to collect the fluid. Okay. See the air. Open your bleeder. Okay, I don't see. Oh, there you go. Oof, that's a lot of air. Okay, I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna go pump it 3 times. Turn the machine off. Let me see. See now it comes back. Okay, I'm gonna get one of the kids to keep it down there while I open the valve over there. Okay, just to make sure it's not here, even though it looks good, but I want to double check it. Okay, I'm gonna get somebody to kick it for me 3 times and open, and I'm gonna repeat that procedure 3 times. 3 kicks, open, 3 kicks, open, 3 kicks, open. Okay. Hey guys, just don't forget, this is a reminder, when you do the battery, right, do the positive first and then the negative, because look at this. If you tighten this guy up and by mistake you make contact here with ACM while having that ground on, there goes ACM. You just burned it. In this case, if you do it, it doesn't happen. I'm not doing it anyway, but in this case, if I do it, doesn't happen because I don't have the ground connected. Okay, now you could just go ahead and do the ground. Okay, very important information, guys. Okay guys, let's see guys, after you use the bleeder and then you get somebody to pump it 3 times, hold it down, open the bleeder over there, and then once he closes the bleeder, then you could let go of the pedal. Notice when you let go of the pedal, it's gonna stay down. Okay, so on the start, you're gonna have to pick it up by hand until you do this, and then you should be able to be fine. Okay, that's because when you open the bleeder, it lets go of the pressure on the line, and then it stays down like that. But it's normal. Okay, every time you pump it 3 times, he opens, you let go, the pedal gonna stay like that. Absolutely normal, guys, completely normal. You just gotta pick it up by hand, and then it should be fine. You should be able to pump 3 more times. Okay, guys, and that's that. I mean, everything went well. I like after using the bleeder, then have somebody come and pump it 3 times there while opening the bleeder. Okay, now guys, I'm gonna let you guys finish. Okay, you guys should be fine from here, because all we got left is the battery tray, we got the air housing, and then you got this panel for the front. Okay guys, do all that and I'll see you on the road test. I gotta do the line for the brake booster before I forget. Done. Okay, don't forget the line for the brake booster. Guys, clear the faults, and like I said, I'll see you in a minute on the road test. Okay guys, I drove it, went through all the gears, everything is fine. Clutch pedal releasing good, smooth, no noise, nothing. And guys, it feels beautiful. Clear the fault codes. Guys, if you like the video, give me a like, and I'll see you on the next video. Okay.